Hello, this is Dr. Grande. Today's question is, can I analyze the June 2022 Amber Heard interview on Dateline? Just a reminder, I'm not diagnosing anybody in this video, only speculating about what could be happening in a situation like this. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and consider supporting me on Patreon. I will put the link to Patreon in the description for this video. First, I'll offer a brief background of this case, move to the summary of the interview, and conclude with my analysis. In December of 2018, an op-ed was published in the Washington Post in which Amber Heard claimed to be the victim of domestic violence at the hands of Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp sued Amber Heard and she countersued. In May of 2022, the Johnny Depp-Amber Heard defamation trial concluded with both parties being found liable for defamation, but the jury awarded more money to Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp was awarded $10.35 million, and Amber was awarded $2 million. Therefore, Johnny Depp won a total of $8.35 million. The jury did not believe that Amber was a victim of domestic violence at the hands of Johnny Depp. Amber Heard was not happy with the outcome of the trial and continues to maintain that she was a victim. In addition to the legal victory, Johnny Depp was victorious in the court of public opinion, which is probably much more significant, especially considering that Amber Heard does not have the kind of money necessary to pay him. The NBC TV show Dateline featured an interview of Amber Heard by Savannah Guthrie. I will now offer a summary of that interview. Much of this is paraphrased. Savannah Guthrie starts off by asking Amber Heard why she's doing the interview, what does she wish people knew. Amber said that she was not vindictive, and her goal was for people to see her as a human being. She does not blame the people who view both her and Johnny as terrible. Amber said by writing the op-ed in the Washington Post, she was loaning her voice to a larger conversation, and it was not about Johnny Depp. Amber was terrified about being sued again for statements that she's making during the interview. Amber believes it is unfair that the public overwhelmingly took the side of Johnny Depp. Amber claimed that she never initiated violent activity against Johnny Depp, rather only responded to his violence. To address the recordings where she admitted to hitting Johnny, Amber said that those were evidence of negotiation and implied that she took the blame for things that she didn't do. Amber insisted that Johnny lied when he said he never hit her. She said that she told the truth and stands by her testimony. She will do so until her dying day. Amber addressed the whole situation where she lied about donating the $7 million. She was supposed to donate $3.5 million to the ACLU and $3.5 million to a children's hospital. During the trial, she indicated that she used the words pledge and donate synonymously. So giving the money to charity and saying that she's going to give the money to charity are somehow the same thing. During the interview, Amber used the analogy of buying a house to illustrate her point. Like people can say that they bought a house even when they took out a mortgage. So they're not saying that they actually paid cash for the house. They're saying they took a loan out for the house. It appears as though Amber will simply not accept responsibility for the lie about the donation. No one uses the word pledge and donate to mean the same thing. That's completely different than the analogy of somebody buying a house. Amber complained that no amount of evidence she could introduce and no type of evidence will ever be good enough. This sounded a lot like her attorney's closing argument. For example, if she had bruises, then people would say that they were fake. If she didn't have bruises, they would say that she was lying. Savannah asked Amber what evidence she wishes the jury could have seen. Amber referenced a binder full of notes from her therapist in which Amber repeatedly stated that she was the victim of physical abuse. Amber also talked about two other text messages, one where she wrote that Johnny did a number on her and caused a concussion, and another that she wrote to her father where she stated that Johnny kicked her while they were on a plane. This is one of the assertions that she made during the trial as well. Savannah brought up Johnny's statement about the total global humiliation he was going to cause to Amber. Amber implied that Johnny was successful. That's what he set out to do, and he completed that task. She went on to say that she was not a perfect victim, but even if people think she's lying, they still have to admit that she was not treated fairly on social media. Amber addressed the accusation that she was acting on a stand, noting that people have accused her of being a terrible actress, yet have suggested that she was acting. How could both be true at the same time? I think she's forgetting one possibility. That is, she is a terrible actress and repeatedly proved that on the stand. Amber tried to twist things around in a strange way by implying that Johnny was such a good actor, he convinced people that he had scissors for fingers, a reference to the movie Edward Scissorhands. Amber's Edward Scissorhands analogy wasn't that good. Here's one that I think is a bit better. Having faith that Amber Heard is a good actress is like believing Edward Scissorhands will win a balloon inflating contest. Savannah talked about how the jury thought Amber was lying. Amber did not blame the jury for coming to that decision because of the non-stop testimony from Johnny Depp's paid employees and other people who were loyal to him. Amber addressed the issue that she never took responsibility for anything by saying that she did horrible things throughout her relationship with Johnny Depp. The interview wrapped up with Amber talking about how she still loved Johnny Depp, her defeat was a setback for women, and she did the right thing. Now moving to my analysis. Here are my thoughts on a few items that stood out to me in this case. Item number 1. Amber Heard may very well be telling the truth when she said that Johnny physically struck her, but when she had the opportunity to prove that in a court of law, she was not successful. Maybe Amber will make some progress with an appeal, but as far as her public image, she's not doing herself any favors by repeating the same accusations. Nobody who is on Johnny Depp's side is going to say, "Oh, Amber just repeated her claim for the millionth time. Now I believe her." It just doesn't work that way. Amber has not adapted her strategy. She is still trying to play the video game even after the computer has been unplugged. Item number 2. I don't know if Amber is telling the truth or not, but if she is, why did she lose the trial? Here's what I think happened. This is just a theory, my opinion. Amber and Johnny were terrible to each other. They were both victims in the marriage. Amber's response to being the target of emotional or verbal mistreatment was to become aggressive. This is consistent with something she said during the interview with Savannah Guthrie. When asked if she was terrified about being sued again, Amber said that she was. Yet, here she is giving this interview. One could argue that Amber's response to terror or fear is aggression. Because of this, Amber only focused on how she was a victim and felt as though she needed to get back at Johnny above and beyond whatever he did to her during the marriage. Johnny wasn't going to win that battle. She was going to hurt him more. When she was given the opportunity to get revenge, she greatly exaggerated her story and refused to own any of her destructive behavior. Amber didn't understand that lying would hurt her. Perhaps she believed that as long as she was lying by saying that Johnny did more bad things than he really did, she would be okay. Like she could accuse Johnny of doing 10 different things. As long as one was true, the jury wouldn't worry about the other 9 false claims. Item number 3. Amber said that she wasn't the perfect victim. This is part of her defense. She deserves justice despite being imperfect. This is a reasonable argument. The problem is, when she had her chance to testify, she acted as if she was the perfect victim. She didn't take responsibility for any of her bad behavior, and more significantly, didn't appear to understand how that would be perceived. This really points to a lack of insight. The same lack of insight was evident in the interview when Amber once again pretended not to know the difference between pledge and donate, like I talked about before. Amber is not learning from her environment. She knows that people don't like her, but she can't understand the arguments that led to that conclusion. Which brings me to my final item, number 4. This is Amber's response to the negativity from the public. Amber has a number of supporters who make good points about the lack of fairness of the trial, but she spends her time focusing on the people who dislike her. Unable to tolerate criticism, Amber is trying to paint her situation as relevant to the larger picture. If people are being mean to her, they must dislike all women. If they criticize her deceptive behavior, they don't even think she's human. Amber's message is clear. By being unkind to her, the public is hurting others. She isn't in this alone. She represents all victims. I think this is probably one of the most damaging and distorted assertions that Amber makes. She is not representing all victims, because most victims tell the truth. Amber's behavior undermines sensitivity to people who come forward with allegations. I think that one of the greatest contributions Amber could make at this point would be honesty. Maybe whatever injustices she suffered at the hands of Johnny Depp led her to this place where she cannot take responsibility or to tell the truth. If so, that's an important story to understand. Unfortunately, Amber seems to be trapped by her own deceptive behavior and narcissistic characteristics. The more she is criticized, the stronger the protective layer of narcissism becomes. The narcissistic shield can reach a point where it is so impenetrable, even a man with hands made of scissors could not break it. Those are my thoughts on the Amber Heard interview. Please put any opinions and thoughts in the comment section. They always generate an interesting dialogue. As always, I hope you found my analysis of this topic to be informative. Thanks for watching.